Yep, you're on, you're streaming.
Rob, do you
Okay.
have a flag?
I do.
All
Wait a minute, I
right,
gotta let you share. Hold on.
hold on. Let me know when it's okay to start, Joanne.
Yep, hang on a
We can
minute.
start. Why don't you go ahead and call the meeting to order, and that will allow me to get the flag up.
Okay,
I gotta stop the other thing, so just give me a minute.
all right.
Okay, go back. I'm working on it. Hang on.
Looks okay, Joe.
Yeah, I just need to do the share. I just had to close the window for the other thing. Where's the share thing? Why am I having trouble?
Honey.
There it is. Okay, multiple. Got it. Okay, you're all set now.
You good?
Yep, we're all good. We're streaming, we're taping.
All right.
I
Okay.
still don't have sharing privileges, Joanne.
I did it.
It says host disabled, participant screen sharing.
Can you try again?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Got it? Okay, let's start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a regularly scheduled meeting of the Zoning Commission of the City of Danbury, August 24th, 2021. Let the record show we will begin with a roll call at 7:34. 7:34. Mr. Amida is absent. Ms. Fay
Present.
is here. Mr. Hawley is absent. Ms. Hylinski,
Present.
Mr. Jowdy,
Here.
Mr. Kelly,
Here.
Mr. Mazzy is absent. Mr. Malillo,
Here.
Mr. Eriquez,
Here.
Mr. Marchand,
Here.
Sunny James is absent. I am Chairman Haddad. Please, Mr. Marchand, sit in for Mr. Hawley this evening.
Okay.
And Mr. Eriquez, I'm going to put you in for Mr. Mazzy this evening.
Okay.
Okay, good. If we would all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Mr. Malillo.
I pledge
Pledge
allegiance to
allegiance
the flag,
to the United States of
Eric,
public,
into the
the
republic.
republic for which
One-
it stands,
under
one
God,
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty
justice for
and
all.
justice for all.
Thank you very much. The next regular meeting is scheduled for September 28, 2021. Let me go quickly over for the record the instructions and procedure for tonight. This meeting of the Danbury Zoning Commission is being held on Zoom as a virtual meeting. Even though this meeting is a virtual meeting, members of the public and interested parties continue to have the opportunity to participate in the meeting in a couple of different ways. You can participate via Zoom and see the audio and video, or you can call in by phone and participate via audio only. Please be aware that we may have to mute your microphone or telephone to avoid an echo or some other background noise. Instructions on how to participate in the meeting appear on the City of Danbury website, and all of the documents and materials that apply to the matters to be discussed during this meeting, including the agenda, are also available on the City of Danbury website. As always, if you have any questions, please contact the City of Danbury Planning and Zoning Department. As a reminder, the entire meeting will be posted on and can be seen on the City of Danbury website. We will follow the posted agenda as per standard practice. If prior to the meeting, any questions or comments on agenda items were submitted via email to Sharon Cleacho, those comments will be read during the appropriate portion of the meeting. Finally, please remember that technology glitches sometimes do occur. Please be patient if that happens. We have a public hearing that will not be heard tonight, so I'm not going to read the instructions on public hearing. We'll save that for when that happens. Let me also read the legal notice for this evening. The legal notice is hereby given that the Zoning Commission of the City of Danbury will hold a public hearing commencing at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August 24, 2021, in a web-based meeting hosted on Zoom to consider the following matter. Petition of 29 Federal Road LLC and Robert W. Schmose, 21, 29, 33-35, and 39 Federal Road, K11123, K1125, K1126, and K1127 for a change of zone from IL40 to CG20. Copy of this application is on file in the Planning and Zoning Office for public inspection. Parties in interest, and citizens shall have an opportunity to be heard at this time. Agenda to be posted will include instructions to access the Zoom meeting and the application materials. Theodore J. Haddad, Chairman, posted on the city website, Town Clerk's office on August 9th, 2021, published in the News Times August 13th, 2021, and August 20th, 2021. The purchase order is 2021-174.
Mr. Chairman.
Who said that? Ms.
Sharon.
Colicchio?
Hi.
Yes.
Thank you
Hi.
for the record. Sharon Colicchio. I just wanted to note, while you read the public hearing notice, we did receive a request from council of the petitioners to postpone the opening of the public hearing until September 28th while they resolve some issues going on. So while you read the public hearing, the request is that we just postpone the opening, which means we won't, subject to your concurrence, we won't hear any testimony at all
Sure.
relative to this.
So technically postponing the opening of it is different than opening it and continuing it. So we're not even going
Correct.
to open it. Thank
Correct.
you very much. And just above that, let me discuss the acceptance of the July 27th minutes, which, by the way, were revised by Ms. Reed. Everyone should have gotten that. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Malillo, for noticing that. Commission members, what's your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
so I will make a motion to accept the revised minutes, which include the reasoning for the moratorium and approval of the definitions regarding the cannabis. Regarding the moratorium that was passed at the last meeting, as they've been submitted.
Thank you. There's a motion made by Mr. Malillo to accept the revised minutes of July 27, 2021. Is there a second? I see a hand, Ms. Helinski. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I see hands, I see voices, I see mouth
Aye.
saying aye. Any any opposition? Okay, so that passes unanimously. Who did I say the second was? Helinski. Under public hearing, we're not even going to open it. We discussed it before. There is no continuation of a public hearing. There is no old business. However, there is new business, and there's a petition of 3 Lake Avenue Extension LLC to amend sections 2B, 5B, 2B, in parentheses 19, and 5B, 5G of the zoning regulations, in parentheses, add transitional shelter for the homeless as special exception use to the CA80 zone. Public hearing is scheduled for September 28, 2021. If someone would like make a motion to receive this petition, refer it to the Planning Commission for their recommendation, notify all surrounding communities that need to be notified according to state statutes, publish it in the town clerk's office and all other necessary required publications according to state statutes, and set the public hearing date as it is scheduled on this evening's agenda, which is subject to change depending on circumstances related to COVID. By the way, that date is September 28th, 2021. Someone making that motion? Mr. Kelly will make that motion. Is there a second? Second, Ms. Fay. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? I don't hear any opposition and I don't see any hands. Let's see. We have no correspondence. And are there any other matters? Any other matters? Any other matters?
Chairman, may I ask a question?
Yes, sir, you can. Mr. Malillo, please go.
So I'm just curious, and part of it is because we did read the legal notice into the record this evening. Are we going to need to repost a new legal notice for the next public hearing since it hasn't been opened yet?
I don't know if it would hurt, but Ms. Colicchio, what do you say to that?
We will probably post another
Yeah.
legal notice just because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
And they asked, just yesterday to postpone it. So
Yeah.
we'll just post it again.
Yeah, because as the chairman indicated, there's a difference between postponing and continuing. And so because the legal notice was read in, but we didn't open anything, I would want to make sure we at least covered and reposted it.
Right. We'll repost it. No problem.
thank you. Are there any other matters? Any other matters? Any other matters? Let the record show that we were looking to break a record this evening by 30 seconds. And because Chairman Malillo, who holds that record when he was chairman, had to talk, I had to suggest that, and now we went over it, so I cannot break his record. So right now, Mr. Malillo, your record stands. I was going to ask Ms. Reed to mute your mic, so I can hold the record, but I do not have the record. And I wanted to be fair. I could have cheated. Nobody would have known the difference. Any other matters? Any other matters? Any other matters? Ms. Helinski?
I just have a question. Where are we going to be September 28th? Zoom or in City Hall?
Where we are now.
I think we're going to have that Zoom. I think, should we make that decision tonight, Ms. Calitro? Or or should we wait for the date to close in a little bit on us? Where are we now?
We are at the 24th. I guess we can wait a little bit. I mean, my inclination is to,
I'll need to know in 2 weeks.
yeah, like 2 weeks we'll need to know. So,
Does anybody have any preferences now while we have you and we don't have to work fast because of a record-setting meeting here?
the only thing I'm going to add before Commissioner Malillo speaks is this does involve a property that had an application before the ZBA, and there were a lot of people at that meeting, on that Zoom meeting. And I don't know if the council could hold that kind of, with all those people on it. So the council chambers, under these circumstances. So I'm thinking that we should wait 2 weeks and see how things go. I know they did open the council chambers, the dais, but to try to get people, 6 feet apart, it might just be better to try to do it on Zoom. It was feasible. We did it. We've done, if you may recall from whenever it was March, we did another application where there were many, many, many people on Zoom, and it did work. So I'm just erring on the side of being cautious. That's all.
All right, so why don't we say we're leaning towards Zoom? We'll make a decision in a couple weeks,
Yeah,
depending on
and
what
I
you
think,
get for calls.
yeah, and I think the interpretation from council was that the chairman could make that call on
Yeah.
behalf of the commission. And
Okay.
that's what we've been doing.
For what it's worth, Mr. Chairman, just so you know, I don't know if you viewed the council meeting, but they did a nice job in renovating the council chambers. The old dais has 13 seats on it, so is enough to hold the entire zoning commission on the top dais. There are plastic dividers in between each seat with our microphones, so so there is a protections that way. There's a plastic shield in between the public speaking and the lower level, and then and they do have seat stickers, so indicating seating for every other seat, and then masks obviously are still required. The mayor for the council meeting was debating whether or not they were going to they actually wound up, there wasn't much public comments, but I think the plan is they were going to hopefully get some covers, so that way you can unmask to speak at the microphone and then mask back up, and then just replace the covers on the microphones. But I'm not sure what the status of that is right now.
Awesome. Thank you very much for the update. So that you're saying that they have 13 and everybody has to sit every other one?
Well, it's spaced out. So instead of having 21 seats up on the dais, they now have 13, and then they have the additional seats on a row in front of it. But for our purposes, there's 9 regular members and 3 alternates, which my math, even though with Common Core has changed everything, it tells me it's still 12. So we should be able to all fit on the top dais.
Awesome.
And
All
sit at the commission, spreading out, taking up the whole space. So we are spaced out nicely.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you for the update. Anything else? Any other matters? Any other matters? Any other matters? Anybody want to make a motion to adjourn at 7:47?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Jody to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Kelly. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? For the record, that was unanimous. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Be safe. We'll see you in September.